So this is one of my smaller tanks here, which I originally kind of initiated, just for pencilfish. I thought that actually obviously kind of a good idea for me to just have the tank separately, only for pencilfish, because I used to have, several pencilfish before, probably, which was probably kind of like 10 years ago or something. And back at the time, actually, I was not kind of familiar again with pencilfish at all. I was not even familiar again with a lot of species in this Cheracinidae family, and of course I didn't know that actually I would just be kind of better for kind of obtaining pencilfish alone, or more kind of separately, from those oyster or more kind of active fish. So I didn't kind of end well for sure. And lately, since but well, the thing is, I always kind of had something for pencilfish because I think that's such a kind of very exquisite, very kind of elegant sort of species in this family, in this Cheracinidae family, and also they do have rather kind of like different behaviors and rather kind of like rather kind of different sort of like bad shapes and everything else, compared to other kind of like fish, from this Cheracinidae family, kind of like tetras or things, or kind of like other tetras or something like that. So I always kind of had a huge interest in this, this particular kind of like, not really kind of like a family, but this particular species, let's say. Well, and also actually I know that there is also another kind of a big group, which is called as headstanders, which is more kind of like the group containing a lot of those kind of bigger sized pencilfish, which are also highly charming. But also, since I don't have any kind of big tanks, and also I'm not currently, of course. I don't know if I would like to have I don't know if I would like to have any kind of big tanks later or not. But right now, I've only sort of kept smaller tanks. So so I would just like to kind of go for the smaller sized pencilfish, and also, I mean, there are already quite a few of them out there, for them to choose if I'm able to kind of get any of those. So it's not really kind of like it's possible for me to kind of run out of choices very soon. Right now, kind of in this tank, as you guys can see, it's not only the pencilfish in the tank, well, which is also another problem, probably, with a lot of kind of hobbies in this hobby, I guess, which is, when we see some kind of a species or some kind of a fish we would like to have, we would just kind of keep really just kind of adding new fish to the tank the whole time, no matter if the tank was really kind of, for the purpose to actually be bought or not. And also, actually, I do have the kind of, I killed it as a problem, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just the kind of a thing. Probably a lot of habits has a lot of habits have also, in common. Anyway, so actually, as you guys can see, kind of in this tank, it's not only the pencilfish, but also, since actually I'm only kind of particularly sort of a concern, or kind of a concentrating and having fish from Cheracinidae family. Currently, I don't have any other kind of species from any other family at all. I don't do barbs. I don't do lepidopterus or anything like that. Actually, I'm only keeping tetras at the moment. So anyway, so in this tank, as you can see, there are different kinds of pencilfish. Over there, it's the hawkstick pencilfish, which is a very common pencilfish, I guess, in a lot of aquariums you're able to see, I guess. This one is I think actually this one is one of the welding videos I got. I've got actually, well, I used to have actually kind of like six hawkstick pencilfish in this tank. Four of them actually were the weld caught in the videos, which I do believe. And actually, I kind of got them together, from one place, and then later on, actually, I got another two from another place, which I do think they are human raised. Well, the reason for that is really kind of easy for me to kind of tell, because they do look different somehow, kind of in terms of their body size, not only the body size, but more kind of like body shapes in a way. They do look really different, actually. I mean, like you're able to kind of tell that they are the same kind, they're the same species, but they do really kind of distinguish from each other, just kind of with their looks, with their appearance somehow. And I do think that's where actually I'm able to tell if they're wild caught or if they're human raised. But still, actually, they're really adorable fish. I like them very much. The reason why actually right now that I'm only having two wild caught individuals here in this tank is because I lost the other two accidentally. Yeah, I could say that. I mean, like I used to, as I used to have 4 of them. You know, for those kind of wildcat in videos, and somehow I didn't kind of expect that. I didn't kind of expect that actually the pencilfish could be very good jumpers. So one day that actually, one day that I just kind of counted numbers of my, I just kind of counted the number of my pencilfish in the tank, and all of a sudden I found that actually the numbers of, the numbers for, for my hot stick pencilfish is not correct. So I was kind of looking around and kind of trying to sort of check out if I just kind of counted around, and I found that actually I didn't count right at all. So I had a kind of like a feeling probably one of them was not in the tank. So I kind of looked around the tank and I found actually there was a one of them kind of just next to the tank, which was already kind of like dried out, and I think that probably that one has already been out there for at least a night or something, which was really unfortunate. And then later on, oh, is this a white cup one? No, wait a minute. I'm not quite sure actually, so I'm not quite sure. I think that's the human raised one. Where are my white welding videos? I do think I should do one over there kind of in the corner. This one's the wild video, wild cut in video, but I don't know. Oh, right here. I'm so sorry. This one's a wild cut in video. Actually, this one definitely is. But that one is actually a human raised one. It kind of looks better now. I don't know why, but it looks way much better than before. Anyway, gotta get back to my story. That was the one that I kind of lost. Kind of among the wildcat videos of my hot stick pencilfish, and the other one that actually I lost was also very kind of accidentally. I kind of used to have a how do I call that? I used to have a very kind of a small sort of container in this tank for being able to kind of keep my black skirt tetra fried, because I was not able to kind of do that anywhere else, and therefore I just put the little kind of container of this in this tank and to kind of stick that to the side of the tank, and after that, I know that actually it's never going to be a good idea to have such a thing, tank where that you actually put your pencilfish in, because pencilfish not only kind of particularly with the hot stick pencilfish, but I think that it probably kind of goes with a lot of kinds of pencilfish, which is they would like to kind of go through tiny holes or something like that actually, because actually I had a kind of a little container sort of sticking to the side of the tank in this tank, and when I kind of turn off the light, somehow actually the pencilfish, especially kind of with the dwarf pencilfish, and also the hot stick pencilfish, they would like to kind of go, just go somewhere, very fast or very kind of actively somehow, sort of kind of close to the surface of the water, and to kind of even jump forward or something like that, or kind of do something like that, and somehow it is possible for them to kind of get caught, sort of in between kind of space. In between kind of space, between the container that I stick to as the kind of in the tank and the kind of side of the tank. So for that reason, I kind of lost one of my hockey stick pencilfish, and also I lost one of my dwarf pencilfish, which was really really terrible actually. It was such kind of a bad feeling for sure, and especially since actually I kind of lost them for nothing, for no reason, for such kind of accident. I mean, just for such kind of accidents. I mean, it was not before that I actually got sick or anything else. So that was such kind of like losing fish for no reason. That was really stupid. But also that I've also kind of just learned a lesson from this, which kind of makes me know that actually I'll never kind of sort of have any kind of sticky, or I'll never kind of stick any kind of like small container into a tank where I actually have pencilfish at all, because that's really risky. Yeah, but anyway, so you can see that actually there is the hot stick pencilfish. There is over here. This is one of the lovely golden pencilfish, actually. Golden pencilfish, yes, golden pencilfish. Kind of with them is also kind of interesting because I've only got a pair, a male and a female. This is the male, or is the female? I'm not able to see it. Huh. It must be hiding somewhere. Oh yeah, it's hiding kind of behind a filter. The thing is, for what actually I think kind of have more golden pencilfish in the tank is because it's really kind of easy to get them somehow, and also, they're very cheap to get, but how to say actually this one, I mean this color form is not really like the kind of natural color form actually. I think that's just kind of like the man bred color form. because the kind of natural color formula wouldn't kind of look like this at all. Yeah, I mean, but I've never kind of got a chance to actually be able to kind of really see a natural kind of form of the golden pencilfish. So yeah. But what anyway, actually, the reason why I actually got only a pair in the tank is because when I kind of got them sort of in the tank, I was still kind of using I was thinking of using my my previous tank, and that was not really that kind of a big tank at all. And when I put them there in the tank, they out of sudden kind of became very dominant, and they became very kind of aggressive towards other fish in the tank, especially other pencilfish in the tank. And the kind of aggression is never good, especially kind of among kind of several kinds of fish in one small tank, because that will be able to that will just kind of give a lot of problems, especially to those dominant spaces for them not to be able to kind of sort of go around very easily, or to kind of eat rather properly, and to kind of grow properly. So actually that was really kind of like a good thing for, or kind of like a very lucky thing for to only have a pair of my golden pencilfish in the tank kind of during that time, because I didn't really kind of read that much about the fish before I got them, so I got a pair only was because actually I would like to kind of give them a try, because I was not sure about their tempers or about their kind of behaviors at all towards other fish. So, and also actually I know, because actually if I got typed, actually I knew actually there were quite a few, or not quite a few, but I knew like just several kind of like several kind of species in this group of pencilfish would kind of sort of show very aggressive behaviors, either kind of towards to their own kinds, or towards other kind of fish like curette, or like purple pencilfish, I think. So that's why actually I also didn't feel to kind of get a lot of them, since I was not sure if that would be suitable for them to kind of put them put them together with the other pencilfish. And I kind of sort of proved actually I was kind of lucky enough for only kind of having a pair in the tank, because they were really dominant and they were really aggressive. Basically, it was kind of like the male. I mean, this one was really kind of dominating kind of like a whole kind of space, or a whole kind of area close to the surface of the water. It was like no other fish was kind of allowed to kind of get into his territory. Otherwise, he would just kind of chase them around for sure, and it would just, I mean, like really kind of without any mercy, So it was really kind of insane, because at the time I really kind of started sort of kind of worried about if it really kind of do a lot of damage, or do a lot of kind of negatives to or kind of towards my other pencilfish in the tank, because they I mean, it was not able to kind of it was not even possible for them to kind of get up there to the surface for the food. So that was really, really terrible. And then actually I kind of became to get this new tank to kind of replace my previous one, and somehow kind of sort of like this aggression kind of reduced, which was really kind of lucky, I say. And also even kind of right now, actually they're definitely now the kind of dominant ones in this tank anymore. I mean, there are dominant ones here in the tank right now, but one not them anymore, which is good actually. Yeah, but they're rather kind of hardy fish, and they're very kind of active, and so I think it's kind of easy to kind of keep them for sure. But they're rather kind of like they also are able to kind of grow to a rather big size compared to a lot of other kind of smaller pencilfish, I would say. And then we have to kind of move to which one? Oh, right, this one, the green stripe pencilfish, is one of my favorite pencilfish for sure. A very tiny one actually. It's very, very exquisite. It's very lovely. There's a lot of chicken though. But it was really, really nice one actually. I used to have also kind of like around 7 of them probably, and I didn't kind of get them at once. I got 3 in the beginning, and the reason why I had to kind of get more green stripe was because I kind of started losing my my kind of my older bought green stripe pencilfish, because it was really kind of very frustrating also, because it seems like the green stripe pencilfish is very easy to get dropsy, which I don't know why. I mean, I seriously have no idea about what actually was that kind of easy for me to kind of get dropsy, because kind of with the first 3 of the green stripe